Alright. Well, there we go. Getting all the crooks out. Looks like we've got MrBoat in the bottom playing Odin against Kenz Mahfi playing Loki at the top. So a nice little Norse war to start the game off with. Alright. So Great Hunt has been used, I believe, on both some pigs and the hunt together. It's a nice usage as always. Loki looking for a spy, hasn't found anything yet to spy. Yeah, I think I caught the sound. Hopefully it's fixed. Alright. Any interesting relics on the map so far? Just human unit pierce armor, not very useful, especially in a Norse war. Siege cost also probably not that useful in a Norse war. Typically they don't go for too long into late game, so siege is not too prevalent. Temples are going up. It's already up for MrBoat, so he's going to be advancing. I guess after this dwarf, which is pretty quickly. He's going to be a 4-minute advance. Slightly slower for Kenz Mahfi. So still no spy god power has been cast yet, so he's holding on to that. He's going to be perhaps getting some useful things done with that later on when spying the enemy army and maneuvering around that. Nothing too defensive being built by either player, just some houses, no walls yet to try and protect themselves from any early aggression or rushes. Actually, is MrBoat up a bit later than I thought? He got another villager or dwarf out. Such an early uptime is definitely nice to have as Odin against the Loki to try and push them off of hunt first and try and snowball that way. There's the Freya, 50% for City, so he's a fair bit slower. He's got the 844 build. 4 dwarfs, 4 on wood, and 8 on food. One longhouse. I'm a bit scared. It looks like the Herseer was able to pop out on this side of the forest. That's very good for him, because if they keep getting stuck in there, that might be a big problem that he will have to deal with constantly. And there's the 4 city by the Loki. One longhouse coming in. Valkyrie trying to put on some harassment, but there's already a Herseer ready to repel that. Oh, that's some nice walling here. You can I guess MrBoat will spot it immediately. Unfortunate, but still, right now he could put on some harassment with that Herseer. Or he might get walled in entirely. That might be a big problem. Looks like one villager caught it, but that vill can't win the fight 1v1. MrBoat's army is all the way over here, so he's not going to be able to deal with this right now. And if there's a myth spawn here especially, then that might be a big problem. But Mahfi is pushed off of food. He's got some pretty safe zebras back here. He can use that easily. Okay, there's a couple of throwing axemen coming in to help deal with the one Hersier. And it does look like that's going to be the end of the Hersier. He will not be able to escape. Well played by Boat, saving all of his villagers. Picking off the Hersier. A little bit of housed action by MrBoat. Okay, there's some more Hersier coming, but again, the throwing axemen are here. And also a Hersier and the villagers just fighting. He's trying to chap this one Hersier here. He might be able to pick it off if he can, yeah, hit it with the throwing axemen. I think it's dead. There we go. Another pick off. Very strong so far by MrBoat. Spy was used now on these villagers. I think one villager has died though, but I don't think that's worth 4 Hersiers or, well, 2 Hersiers, and these guys have to run around and get back to their base. The walls are partly up though. It might still be a big problem if Kenz can quickly finish those off and do something with that. But MrBoat's gonna have a massive population advantage. Oh. Husbandry and hand axe has been picked up by MrBoat. Don't expect much from the Loki right now. Doesn't look like he's got anything extra. He is on pigs. He has only 1 pig actually. That is not good. 1 pig. Can he pick off that one Hersier? He's going for it. There we go. With the extra Hersiers coming in, he should be able to take this fight. If he can micro, damn. He lost 1, but he's still going to win this fight. And hopefully get a myth spawn or 2 from this engagement. The reinforcements coming in by MrBoat though should be more than enough to repel this. Oh, there was an Einherjar spawn. Looks like it's spawned near this tower. It's not going to achieve too much here. Valkyrie's cleaning it up. Doesn't get to finish the whole wall, but well, it looks like he's deleting it. Alright, he's doing the right thing. He has to delete the corners. There's another corner down here though he hasn't deleted. That's still 126 HP, so this might still be a problem. Meanwhile, Kenz is just looking to bash at other things instead. Trying to pick off a temple maybe. Could be nice. It's quite a costly building compared to most. And they are very low HP for Norse as well. Both players are able to hunt. After this though, MrBoat might not be able to have any more hunt. He's gonna have some berries in his base. He has a couple of pigs. This will definitely not be in reach for now until he reaches Heroic Age. Which I do think he is gearing up for. And he definitely can pursue that because his base is pretty safe. It's got towers. They're mostly defended by buildings, so it's pretty hard to get in there and take out all the buildings. Kenz keeps looking to try and do some more raids, but he's being repelled. I think he's also looking to go up. He's got an armory as well. He's on berries. He is gonna go... looks like second gold mine over here. That's quite far away. Perhaps that was the idea, to try and get away from the ravens. Did lose one more Hersier here, unfortunately. Oh, MrBoat's got these zebras here still. suppose he can still use them. He is getting raided, but he has the units in place to repel this. Second TC going up while MrBoat's going up through Heroic Age through Scotty. Kenz should be almost advancing now. He should be advancing after this dwarf. He's not really able to deny this TC with what he's got right now, however. Alright. So pretty good position for MrBoat here. He's got this gold mine. Once this TC completed, this gold mine is pretty much safe as well. It's not fully safe, but it's quite easy to secure. And you know, he's got the frost to keep the flaming weapons at bay. Also a second TC by Kenz Mahfi, interesting. Suppose he realizes that he can't really push in with 1 TC flaming weapons. He's gonna have to try something else. However, I'm not sure if the TC game is gonna work out too well for the Loki in this matchup here, as the Ragnarok just becomes extremely powerful. With the most recent follows, guys, thank you very much. It looks like we hit our follower goal of 1750. Stretch. Alright. Let's see what's going to happen here. There's a lot of throwing Axemen by MrBoat, which is pretty good for him right now. There's not too many raiding cav. Kenz is going to just ignore this army and try and do some raiding here. Don't know what he's going to do with that. He still has the mobility advantage for now, as he's still using Herseers and raiding cavalry versus the throwing Axemen. So I suppose it is in his best interest to keep moving around with fast units and delay, because a straight up fight right now with Frost is probably just not going to work out. But perhaps Kenz thinks the same, and he's going to be like, alright, well, if you're raiding me, I'm raiding you. Jarl's being made. It's a pretty nice unit against the Loki composition, because they can sort of deal with the myth units as well. And they have some speed. It's not as fast as Herseer, but it's okay. Especially if they can get the Freya upgrade as well. But right now they're unupgraded. They're getting picked off here by a couple of Herseer. Interesting fight here. I'm not sure if I like it for MrBoat. Kenz is just keeping him busy, slowly picking off the Herseers with the TC. Meanwhile, this here is actually getting some damage done with the myth spawns. Although there's a frost giant coming, but again, there's still a bunch of Herseers here as well. If this hill fort goes down, that might be a big problem. Yeah, this is looking suddenly quite decent for Kenz, although this push has been denied for now. But he's managed to repel this from MrBoat, and I think that is probably in his favor so far. His hill fort's quite low. Repairing that is going to be a problem. It's going to take a while to repair that, and a lot of unit time is that's the real cost. Some farms have to be made. He doesn't have plow yet. Probably is time to pick that up with this many farms. Doesn't really have access to any more hunt. These rhinos are definitely too unsafe. 150 HP left on this hill fort. In fact, that's a lot of people on gold right now for MrBoat. He's got 29, 32, which is the vast majority of his villager count. But that's where the market comes in, if they have any. Don't see any market from MrBoat yet. Alright. Just need a few more Hersier here to deal with the Frost Giant, I think. It's got one 4 HP Hersier in the mix. That's not going to do all too much here. Could consider force firing this perhaps to try and get through this faster. But MrBoat's eco is looking quite good right now. I would expect him to have a market though to sell off his extra gold. He's gonna make another hill fort. That's gonna be nice as well on this location. Securing this gold mine for him in case he needs it. But we start thinking about moving this raven. He's got quite a few upgrades actually. He's got the hunter's axe, copper weapons, copper shields, although it probably doesn't need that. And also the thundercloud shawl. Also not the most useful relic, but Frost Giants are increasing in numbers here. It's got 3 on the field right now. It's going to pick off another Mountain Giant. Spawn, it looks like. Looks like that's the 4th one. And now Mithunas are really starting to become a problem for Kenz to deal with. Even though he's the Loki, it's just becoming an issue of food right now. He has Plow now. But he has 2 TCs worth of production to deal with as well. Let's get to pick off a tower over there. I don't know why he's chopping wood over here, but MrBoat doesn't know, so it's all fine. But these battle boars being picked off here, quite costly right now. Kenz is actually quite housed. No wait, never mind, I looked at the wrong step. Sorry. Well, MrBoat is housed. He's rather overpopped right now. I don't know how he got to that. Did he convert a bunch of wolf swords? He's getting his houses killed, that too. Oh yeah, he's got fortified TC, that's why. Right. But this TC is going to go down. It's got upgraded Frost Giants. And it's going to be very difficult for the Loki to do something here. And Balder is in. He's just going to go straight for it. And that is game number 1. Going to MrBoat. Alright. Pretty solid play by MrBoat. Not taking any significant losses here, keeping his resources secured. Here we go. The map was Oasis. We did see the intro already. And Is this the right order? Spawning in the blue color. Playing a store, it's MrBoat. And we've got Kenz Mahfi playing Ra. And the map being Oasis is pretty good for, I would kind of say both players, maybe slightly more for Ra because of how defensive the map can be in the late game. But because there's a lot of herdables, it's going to be very nice for a Thor to pick up all of these delicious goats, as he is doing now. He's only sticking with one Ulfsark, however. I would have definitely expected a double Ulfsark opening on this map. Early monument coming in. It looks like he went for a husbandry build. So yeah, Kenzie is not shying away from trying something completely different from Loki. And MrBoat being a Norse main, he's going to keep playing that juicy Norse. Relic Blue Crystal Shard was picked up by Kenzie. Whoa, that's a really early wall. Okay. Sure. I'm not sure if I like this wall. It doesn't really achieve too much. Maybe if it was here, but this is a bit far away. But sure, I guess maybe he's planning to do a boom or something, and this is just preemptive walling. I don't know. But Kenzie was killed accidentally a zebra all the way back there, but has realized it and is choosing not to gather from it for the time being. Other relic here, not too useful. Not too many goats have been caught. I guess that's just because he's still building a wall. In fact, we can probably have a look at... Oh, it is walled off. Okay, oh, good for him. Would have thought this would have been open here, but looks like it is closed. So that is a full wall there. I think it's quite enough hunt in his base. I think it was 5 zebras. That's 1,000 food. That should be more than enough to advance for both players without having to get out of their base. Very forward temple. I'm still not sure what MrBoat's plan is here. Is he planning to boom or some sort of early aggression? I don't know. If Kenzie goes for this, then yeah, he can um, do some early aggression. But it is a Ra with husbandry. I mean, he doesn't know that he's doing the husbandry build, but it's still a Ra. So you double monument as well. It's probably not going to get too much done. Freya going up. It's going to collect some of the leftover straggler goats back here. Just husbandry for now. Doesn't look like he's picked up any other upgrades just yet. He could consider getting an early pickaxe, as his base is unlikely to really get too threatened. Is using all these goats. He actually had a fair number of goats, so he can definitely afford doing this and just get that quick gather rate in with the husbandry. Herseer's coming to pick up the relic, perhaps. Maybe he's just gonna go here for the TC. I think he's gonna do TC, yeah. Yeah, 2 Herseers. He'll possibly consider making a longhouse nearby and make 2 or 3 extra ulfsarks from that longhouse, just to get the building going faster. Valkyrie's gonna see if he can do anything. In fact, with this, if he can scout that Kenzie isn't going for this and there's no TCs here, he could probably consider just taking this on himself. He's already over here. Maybe he could just jump from the berries to giraffe or something. Right, there's the longhouse and the TC incoming. Farms are incoming. Looks like Kenzie's staying on 1 TC. Archaic Rains. Well, maybe not Archaic Rain, but Archaic Farms, I mean. Probably does want to get a fast plow. Yep, there we go. It's interesting though, staying on 1 TC here. Maybe it'll work out with a nice Eclipse push with potentially a fast mythic. Maybe that's what his plan is, I'm not sure yet. MrBoat is making some extra ulfsarks. Definitely need to be a little bit careful with it though, as you don't want to stop your own villager production by spamming all these ulfsarks. They cost a lot of food. Just 2 extra is all. It's putting some on berries here, that's nice, just supplementing it a little bit. Oh, he's getting even some early farms as well, trying to capitalize on the rain a bit. Do like what MrBoat is getting done here. It's 2 TC. Now where to next? I suppose the berries, unless he wants to walk all the way there. Picking up some more goats as well. It's going to make it very easy for him soon to jump to heroic and mythic age with all these herdables. Sphinx missing his juicy target, the Ulfsark. And there's the Sphinx. Not going to get much done here. Some Hersters already around to defend. Oh, there's a lot more ghosts in the middle that nobody had picked up yet until now. Kenzie is almost up to heroic. Oh, he's already 60% Hathor actually. That's faster than I thought. His resources look like he's got what he needs for heroic age, but he's got double heroic age going. Suppose that is a little bit of that 1 TC action. You don't spend that TC and the extra villagers worth of resources. So perhaps a fast mythic is the play here. I mean, his resources are starting to align that way. I think he's doing it. Yeah, there's the market. Probably even want to empower that market with the pharaoh. He already has the food. So the sooner the better. Probably need to start raiding with a pet. Oh, he made a second pet, I see. That is also a good option. That's going to be a big problem actually. If that pet lands here, that's going to be probably all of these villagers dead. There's nothing that can deal with a rock and pets right now in the game for the Norse. And they're coming straight for it. There's a Herser here though, so he does need to be a little bit careful, but he can probably just juggle a bit in and out and snipe all of these villagers. MrBoat should probably run here. He has managed to wall off basically the whole map now though. Well, at least yeah, he's taking some damage for doing this. I'm not sure why he's not flying away further. He could drop off down here or something, or yeah. somewhere. A lot of goats. So throwing axeman here. Doesn't have axe and muscle just yet. Oh no, he lost a pet? Oh, not quite. But he lost half the HP on it. He'll pick up some towers as well. Should be almost mythic now, so he's got the Sphinx in place to just wipe this out, but at least MrBoat made it to heroic before that happened. There we go. He gathered all his villagers on time before losing them, but he might still lose them as the TC dies. Hillfort coming up on this side. Kenzie's trying to do his best to delay it as much as possible by sniping all the Ulfsarks. TC is down. I don't really see any dead villagers, so he managed to save all of them. 21 villagers. But now he does need an ox cart. Oh, he's got an ox cart here. He could reuse that. But this, oh my god, this is so infuriating. Oh, can he get the frost off on one of them? Oh, he got the frost. Alright, that's at least one of them dead. There we go. That's a lot of the problems dealt with. More Avengers being made and camels. Avengers and camels, very speedy units here. And I think at this point with the Frost Giant here, don't think this rock's gonna achieve all too much more. Oh, there's a Locust though, and there's no TC. If he spots this, that's... if that happens, I kind of want to see it. I think it's time for Kenzie to start running in here because he is a bit on a timer. If MrBoat can get his eco sorted out again. Tornado's used. Oh no, he used it here. Still gonna be 4 dwarves dead. But imagine, just imagine it here. Oh my god. Looks like this is definitely getting the job done. The Avengers, the camels, the pet as well with the Eclipse. Box tigers being made, but now the camels are easily going to deal with them. And the Avengers hitting the farms. And that's it, GG. Yeah, these Avengers were just about to devastate all these villagers. GG and sorry for the rock abuse, I guess. I don't think that really made too much of a difference. Definitely hurt, but yeah. I think this Eclipse push on its own was quite devastating enough. Well, that is a point on the board for Kenzie Mahfi. There you go. It's one. Alright, here we go. The game has begun and we've got ourselves Kenzie Mahfi playing Oranos this game. And on the other side we've got MrBoat back on the Thor. Alright. Alright. Hunting maps, hunting dogs being researched, as is the standard. It's gonna be an interesting matchup here, I think. It's really good for both civs. In a way, it's kind of especially good for Thor, but somehow Uranus still makes it very difficult for Thor. So overall, I would say this might be a light Uranus favored matchup. I suppose it's mainly because of the gold situation. Uranus being able to do a good job at dealing with that and putting pressure on the Norse. Found ourselves a Black Lotus relic. Probably won't see all too much use of that unless the game goes quite long. Else this is a pretty high hunt map. Both players want to be hunting for a long time. Who is Kenz Mahfi? He's a Turkish player. He has played before, a couple years ago. Looks like he has returned. Mainly an EE player though, as far as I remember. MrBoat getting hit. Pushing his Oxguard to the max here with the 3 resources on one. So just made the second one now for the hunt as they start moving too far away. We'll probably need the next one immediately after for the wood, as this tree is about to expire as well. Probably do want to move to this hunt ASAP, as this is quite unsafe. But he's already gathered most of this hunt now, so I may as well finish it. He has saved his Dwarven Mine, and that might come in very handy in this matchup here. The Uranus does like to put on the pressure on the gold mines. Oh, thank you for the host, Boyd. It's already 4 minutes ago, I just noticed. Hope you had a good stream. I hope you enjoyed watching me suffer. Alright, 17% Freya, 11% Prometheus. Looks like MrBoat is up slightly faster. Looks like an early pickaxe actually for MrBoat. Don't see that all too often. Except if you're Uranus, they usually get both hand and pickaxe early on. Well, this might be a little bit of a questionable position for the barracks. This can definitely get forest fired. And probably just wiped out, as, yeah, the cap is high enough to kill out an entire building. idle Valkyrie now. He probably could be spotting this or trying to harass something. There is the Valor, 2 Murmillos and a Terma. Gonna be a hero now. A couple of Ulfsarks coming out actually by Thor. Usually you would see this from an Odin and they will get the Lone Wanderer upgrade. That would allow the Odin to dodge projectiles with their Ulfsarks. But as Thor you don't really have that. But it might still be nice just for the fighting part of it. Just having the Ulfsarks in the fight. You have a lot of them quickly because they train fast and they have high damage. There is the force fire, does get the barracks. It's at this point slightly late, but better late than never, perhaps. There's a shockwave. I don't think the Ulfsarks can win this fight. Definitely not right now. That's a lot of... He's still making Ulfsarks. I'm a bit surprised. I'm not sure if this is the right play here. I just don't think they're strong enough, not as Thor at least. He's gonna get the pick off on this Promethean, that's nice. He is heading back now. Wonder if he could have kept pushing here. Population's quite even, but for the most part I think it's been going in favor of Kenzi here in terms of military. These Thor Ulfsarks are not as scary. I mean, yeah, they kill Terma fast, but they are not very fast, and they don't regenerate either. Double Valkyrie though, it's going to be able to get a bunch of healing done here, get these units back. At least he's getting some value here as he's still on hunt. For the most part here, MrBoat is not too concerned with how this game's going as he is the one still hunting at the Norse. And I'm surprised he cast this Dwarven Mine actually. I don't quite understand why he did that right now. He probably could have waited until he was actually pushed off of his normal gold mines. He's saving it up for now though, he's not using it. Population is in favor of Kenzi, but yeah, he's got some units sitting around not in the fight. That's where most of his population is right now. If he can get these Caraballista into a nice position here, he should be able to win this fight. He can pick off. There we go. Now he needs to try and focus down at least one of the Valkyries if he can. But MrBoat is retreating out of there, does not want to fight that. Looks like the dwarves just went straight to this gold mine. Oh, I was wrong. MrBoat's fighting this. I'm surprised. I don't think this is a good fight for MrBoat. He's gonna... Yeah, he lost the Valkyrie there. And now he has to retreat, and his population right now is absolutely down the gutter. He is down to 57 pop to 115. He's not going to be hunting for much longer. Kenzi is actually running forward with a hero citizen. I'm not sure what he's planning to do. Yeah, MrBoat is running back now. He is going through his Scotty, but at the cost of his whole army, basically. He's checking the gold mines. That's good. That's good. He's got sight on this one already. Just checking all of those. He still has this one. 300 gold left. That's all he's got. I think if MrBoat didn't cast this immediately and just waited until he got heroic, he would have gotten 2,000 more gold here. So now Kenzi is also going up heroic. MrBoat was first, but let's see what he can do. Alright, there's the hill fort, and it's been spotted, so Kenzi needs to start running into position to stop this. Might go up in time, although maybe a good shockwave could help stall it, and at least force a frost. Like if I were Kenzi, I would definitely try and force the frost immediately by just getting in there and shockwaving that, but it is up now. He's got that going. What is he making? Hullscarls, alright. For the most part, Hullscarls still get very much hard countered by Caro Ballistas. So that might not be the best unit here. Oh, that's a very aggressive TC grab there. This is a bit of a strange fight for Kenzi here. He's got half his army on this side. It might cost him half his army here. Carballistas are wiped out. Dwarves are taking pressure, but I think this was a good trade. Can now quickly turn back and deal with these units and jump straight back onto that gold mine. What are the next units coming out? Looks like pretty much Prima Milo is being made by Kenzi. A few Termas still. He's still making Prometheans actually. I'd probably want to get rid of those. Stop making those. Second hill fort is not gonna come through just yet. He will have to try and fight for this position a bit more. He's gonna try and knock out that Caraballista. But the Stymphalian bird is being picked off by Volkswagen now coming out. I think that is the right unit right now, as it's mainly just Murmillos. Getting an archer backline here as Norse is very, very powerful, and it will help deal with the birds as well. I'm surprised to not see any Dryads, but perhaps maybe they're not quite worth it, as Volkswagen can sort of deal with them. Oh, and as I say that, there's the Dryads. Looks like Kenzi's moving forward again with another villager. He's not quite able to produce from 2 TCs, however. He's making a lot of Murmillo. And this second hill fort is going to go up. So MrBoat is firmly securing this gold mine as his And he has not had to use Frost yet. So, yeah, I'd say that's pretty good here for MrBoat, staying in this game despite losing that really big fight early on. Yeah, Boxviger Huskarl is an interesting combination. Marmilla's trying to fight these frost giants, but there's no heroes in there. It's just normal Marmillas. But yeah, with the double hill fort, he's going to be easily able to keep up in production. I can't update that command. I tried. A couple of dwarves are being picked off as well as the frost giant here, just from their Marmillas. But MrBoat is trying to secure this position as well. He can use frost to do it if he wants to. Maybe it could be good to wall off all of these choke points around these hill forts. This gold mine is starting to run a bit low. It's only 1600 left now. He's still going in with no. Okay, there's one hero now, so that should slowly be able to take down that frost giant. TC going up for MrBoat is going to be a big win for him, taking a lot of map here. Basically makes this gold mine and this gold mine very, very safe. And even this becomes in his zone of influence, right? Yeah, MrBoat not out of this just yet, but Kenz is up 25% through a Hecate. Perhaps this on this location here could be very nice. Take out the relic, a couple of houses, tower, and a longhouse. Start putting on some pressure on all of these villagers. But he does need to start fielding an army that can deal with this, and I think he needs to mix in some fanatics. Fanatics and Arcus. And maybe some destroyers as well to help tank the Boxviger damage. Another hill fort coming down by MrBoat. Terma here actually coming around and trying to snipe off some Boxviger. Limited success. Even Kontari is being made here. I would definitely like to see some palaces from Kenzi Mahfi, but right now he just doesn't even have the resource for that. Right. Looks like these units are coming in to try and snipe, or well, find a location for the turning gate. Looks like here is the place. There we go. He is getting some more damage done here, denying this market. Oh, no, it gets finished. It gets finished. So MrBoat can click up, and he'll probably have to click up on this TC. Because this might be a bit too unsafe. Oh, he's clicking up on this TC. Alright, well, we'll see how that turns out. He might be able to clean this up with the frost. Maybe it's not too bad. He can just fight it with his units, and if blue comes in with something, he can just freeze that. Still, this damage being done here by 2 of these training spawns. This keeps up for too long. Shockwave. Boxfire coming into quite a difficult position here. Starting to get surrounded by some units. Oh, it's 3 of them on this TC now. I think the TC is gonna go down. He might have to cast Frost just on these units. Or maybe... Oh, the Frost Giant died as well. Oh no, it's dead. It's dead. Oh man. Alright. That is a big setback for MrBoat. He was just about to win this game with that boulder, because I don't think Kenz would have been able to deal with that in his current state. But now Kenz gets another basically minute and a half to deal with that, potentially. And the rag isn't getting any bigger either, it's just 1 more villager potentially, and that's it. Man, this is a close game. Alright, MrBoat is going to try and take this TC back. But he's also getting his gold mine raided here. Still has a number of Volkswagen. They're starting to get quite low though. Here's the frost. Does manage to catch not everything. 3 Arcus. Volkswagen can probably deal with that though. He's killing the Ox Cart. Yeah, he's gonna get that killed. He's got another one here, but that will at least hurt MrBoat's eco temporarily. Palace going up. Another palace here. He's making fire sign. I really want to see the switch into fanatics. Don't need these Contarius. Like, I don't think they're that great. Just make more palaces. Getting fortified as well. Might want to consider getting more stuff like watchtower and walls. As there is the boulder now. Expect a semi-instant cast. He's dropping off some resources for the last moment. He has no temple, so he missed out on his free fire giant. That is pretty big. He's gonna have to cast it here. He's gonna lose too many villagers otherwise to these units. Yeah, there we go. Chef Hades, thank you very much for the subscription. Alright. So there are fanatics on the field, but it's only a 200 population rag. He has 100 favor, so he can at least follow it up with a number of fire giants, because he's also got the gold. He would need to start spending it now though, as he is losing favor by not spending it right now. This is a sneaky gold mine. That might just win him this game. So yeah, fanatics being made. This position is not going to go down, but there's... Well, actually, there's still half a gold mine in there. I think Kenz has this in the bag. I don't see him losing this. This TC is not important. This is important. And this gold mine here. He's even getting this walled up. He's got the tower upgrade. Wonder if he's even considering... He's got, yeah, some weapon upgrades as well. Yeah, this is not looking good for MrBoat. Oh, these units have not been fighting for most of this time. Oh, he's trying to take this TC even. He's not banking on winning with Rag. He's banking on booming after Rag. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. For now, he has won this fight, but I don't think he can do much more than this. This is going to be a great fight for Kenz here. He can probably win this fight, as most of these units are dying here. If he loses one palace, that's alright. Here we go. This is going to be the end for MrBoat's main army. He's retreating now. He managed to wipe out all these archers, but still there's a bunch of champion fanatics here with some reasonable upgrades too. He is out of gold, but he has this gold mine secured. So he needs to start sending some villas over. He still has 21 Atlantean villagers, citizens. Did MrBoat just make a Valkyrie? Alright. Fire giants are coming in now. It's a bit slow, I would say. Would have thought they'd be popping out sooner as he had the resource for them. So now it is up to Kenz to start doing something, because he can't just let him reboom on 4 TCs. He is on 4 TCs, so does need to try and start pushing in. He's got a fire siphon, so he might be able to do that and just wipe out this TC and the fort, and then move over, get this one down, or maybe even just, yeah, probably these two, and then start gold blocking. That's probably the best play here. Might need to consider making some lampettes to help deal with the fire giants. I think he just needs to send this fire siphon onto the TC. The army is fine, he can probably just fight this. This barracks is not important, as long as he can peel off the units for MrBoat. TC is falling now. There's 2 fire giants now though. 2 is very scary here. In fact, Kenz is pulling back his fire siphon further. He might have to try and heroize some of these units. Ooh. Yeah, he will have to heroize. He's got a lot of resource. He's gonna take some fire giants. Not special attacks though, luckily for him. Splitting off his units to try and negate some of that damage. 3rd fire giant is coming in. And just 3 for now, as MrBoat ran out of favor. Oh, he caught one with the lampade. That is huge. That is massive right now. I think that's enough for Kenz to try and start pushing again. He really needs to start pushing. He's on a big timer right now. He's 44 villagers for MrBoat. He's almost able to restart his military production, basically. come some hero Murmillos. They do have harder Titans, so they're a bit cheaper. Lampade could be tried to run around here and micro, try and pick off the other fire giant. MrBoat can spam Dryads here, as he's got lots of gold in the bank. Fnatic hero as well. Need to see more Fanatics here. Kenz is... he could sell some food for gold to try and keep up here. He's won the fight. Even kept his palace alive with 9 villagers repairing. Chuck them back onto gold now. So this TC should be gone, definitely. MrBoat doesn't have the production in place to remake his army. So the TC is definitely gone. This is looking harder and harder for Boat, but he's just about to hit that turning point where he can start making units again. But if he loses his TC as well, he might struggle in population. Oracle getting picked off by the dwarf. MrBoat trying to make some Wolfsarks to try and kill the Fire Siphon, but there's some Murmillos here to take that out. Oof. It's not looking good for Boat right now. He's got all the resources in the world though. He's missing some houses. Oh. I think this Fire Siphon could have probably considered just suiciding itself, but picking off the TC. Is it gonna be able to? No. But the Murmillos can clean the job. Straight route for Boats. He's got some caravans, but they're not really yielding much here. And now Kenz secured himself this TC and a lot more gold as well. Body Hillwood coming up. Champion Huskarls. We're sort of heading into a bit of a late game situation here, surprisingly. Fire Siphons though are going to be able to push this in, and the Lampade will clean up that Fire Giant. There we go. That's going to be very tough to deal with right now, unless he has more Fire Giants incoming. Yeah, this is not looking good for MrBoat. I'm not sure what he can do right now. Market is destroyed as well, so the caravans are doing nothing. Gold mine is pushed in. Yikes. Alright, this TC also being taken. Even this being raided. This is not looking good for MrBoat. Lampade looking for more targets. There's a fire giant back here, but can't reach that. MrBoat's not giving up though. He still has units. Still has a gold bank. Kenz is struggling to close out the game, but I think the longer he goes here, it should hopefully turn out better for him. As gold is just a problem for MrBoat. He doesn't have any gold mines he can reach. He's got all of these dwarves here. No, actually, there's nothing here. Still going. Does not want to give up. Probably need a new ox cart over on this wood line. Eco upgrades pretty mediocre right now. He's missing 2 farm upgrades and then 1 upgrade for wood and gold for Kenz. MrBoat pretty much the same. In fact, he doesn't even have pickaxe, but he's not mining anymore, so I suppose he doesn't need it. TC being grabbed now, as well as a tower, to ensure his survival in this position. Fanatics coming in. A Lampade is going to try and snipe this fire giant. He's not. Yeah. Can she get it done? Nope. Not quite. Oh, there we go. She got the fire giant in the end. I think that might be the end of Boat. He's mining now on this gold mine, his only accessible one. That is going to be immediately contested. But Kenz is going to get his town center back up. I do feel like we're missing a bit of a front line from Kenz. He's only got like three fanatics, and there's a 4th one there. Oh, there's a couple of units sitting. He's got too many fire siphons. MrBoat's trade has marginally increased. I'm not sure why he doesn't just chuck the mark at least here or something. Like here, or just... Oh, it looks like he does have a blueprint. A lot of fire siphons. I think they're about to die. Arcus here is not going to get too much down as the Huskarls are just very tanky against them. So for now, MrBoat is hanging on again to this gold mine, as he's got a bit of a unit advantage. More Lampades chilling. Kenzie did send a villager out to get a market probably set up in this corner. There we go. Should probably just chuck it right there, as you're here anyway. Two more hill forts trying to get up. But they might both be falling here as the Farshyvans are killing them. There it goes. The villagers also slowly being picked off here that MrBoat's gold eco might be collapsing soon. He's a little bit on the low end and he has to remake a lot of population. And I think that's it. MrBoat is calling a GG. GG's. Wow, that was a long game. Well played to Kenzie. Mahfi taking that all the way to the end there. Let's quickly update the score. And that's a 2-1 victory for Kenzie Mahfi.
We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.